Do you hear that sound? Okay, great. All right. Good afternoon. Council Member Anita Bonds, Chairperson of the Committee on Housing and Executive Administration. The time is 12:05 p.m. on today, Monday, December the 20th, 2021, and we are meeting remotely via Zoom to hold a markup on the confirmations as follows. PR 24-443, District of Columbia Housing Authority Board of Commissioners, Ms. Ronnie T. Harris, confirmation resolution of 2021. PR 24-481, District of Columbia Housing Authority Board of Commissioners, Ms. Melissa Lee, confirmation resolution of 2021, and PR 24-416, Real Property Tax Appeals Commission, Alufami Abeame Paul, confirmation resolution of 2021. We will begin with the two mayoral nominees for the District of Columbia Housing Authority Board of Commissioners. The Housing Authority was established by the District of Columbia Housing Authority Act of 1999. The authority governs public housing and implements the Housing Act of 1937 and is responsible for providing decent, safe, and sanitary dwellings and related facilities for persons and families of low to moderate income in the district. The power of the authority is vested in the Board of Commissioners. The board currently consists of 13 voting members. The makeup of the board is as follows: 4 public commissioners nominated by the mayor, 1 Housing Choice Voucher Program recipient commissioner nominated by the mayor, 2 commissioners with experience in the design and development of multifamily housing, one of whom is nominated by the mayor and the other nominated by the council, and 1 ex officio commissioner, the deputy mayor for planning and economic development, 3 public housing resident commissioners who are elected by residents of the authority's housing properties, 1 commissioner named by the Central Labor Council, and 1 housing advocate representative commissioner named by the DC Consortium of Legal Service Providers. PR 24-443, the District of Columbia Housing Authority Board of Commissioners, Ms. Ronnie T. Harris, confirmation resolution was introduced on October 22nd, 21 by Chairman Mendelson at the request of the mayor. On November 2nd, 2021, the resolution was referred to the Committee on Housing and Executive Administration. And on December 15th, the committee held a public roundtable on the resolution and voted unanimously to forward Ms. Harris's nomination to the full council. Today's resolution would confirm Ronnie T. Harris as a Housing Choice Voucher Program recipient commissioner on the board to serve a term ending July 12, 2023. Ms. Harris would replace Ms. St. Jean on the board. Moving through the ranks in various positions, Ms. Harris has become a seasoned account executive, working with healthcare systems and providers, managing a base of clients that exceeds millions of dollars in revenue yearly. She is a Ward 8 resident and received her associate degree in business management from the University of the District of Columbia. PR 24-481, the District of Columbia Housing Authority Board of Commissioners, Ms. Melissa Lee, confirmation resolution of 2021 was introduced on November 15, 2021 by Chairman Mendelson at the request of the mayor. And on December 7, 2021, the resolution was referred to the Committee on Housing and Executive Administration. And on December 15, 2021, the committee held a public roundtable on the resolution. Today's resolution would confirm Ms. Melissa Lee as a public commissioner on the board to serve a term ending July 12, 2022. Ms. Lee would replace Mr. Albert on the board for the remainder of his term. Ms. Lee is a CTI, and at CTI is the Senior Vice President of Capital and Investments at the McKinney Group, where she is responsible for structuring and growing the capital investments and fund management activities of the organization. Ms. Lee brings over 2 decades of financial experience with expertise in investment management and treasury management across multiple industries. Previously, Ms. Lee oversaw a $2 billion real estate portfolio at the Maryland State Retirement and Pension System with the responsibility for advancing the asset class strategy through the deployment of capital into domestic and global private real estate funds. Formerly, Ms. Lee served as the Director of Treasury Operations at the Washington Metropolitan Area Transit Authority. She is a Ward 4 resident and earned her MBA from George Washington University, a BBA in finance from the University of the District of Columbia, and the Certified Treasury Professionals designation from the Association of Financial Professionals. Now we'll move into the Real Property Tax Appeals Commission, which was created to conduct fair and impartial real property assessment appeals for the citizens of the District of Columbia. The commission's objective is to ensure that appellate real properties are assessed at 100% of market value based on properties similar in size and utility so that an equitable tax burden is shared. The Real Property Tax Appeals Commission is the second level real property assessment and appeals process. Prior to filing with the Real Property Tax Appeals Commission, a first level administrative appeal must have been filed with the Office of Tax and Revenue and the Assessor's Office. Mr. Bayami Paul was nominated by Mayor Bowser for appointment as a full-time commissioner to replace Stacy Scott Turner for an unexpired term that would end on April 30th, 2023. Since 2011, Mr. Bayami Paul has been employed at the DC Office of Tax and Revenue's Real Property Tax Administration Assessment Division as a senior appraiser. His responsibilities include presenting and defending estimated commercial real property values for tax assessment purposes, including assessing 264 accounts annually. To keep current with development and business practices, Mr. Bayami Paul has taken several courses offered by the International Association of Assessing Officers, the Appraisal Institute, and the Uniform Standards of Professional Appraisal Practice. Based on nominees' backgrounds and experiences, I would love to recommend them for confirmation to the Housing Authority Board and the Real Property Tax Appeals Commission, respectively. But before I do that, I want to acknowledge that my colleagues have joined me, and I would like to open the floor for any discussion that they may like to present. And I'll start with Councilmember Brooke Pinto.
Well, thank you very much, Chair Bonds, and thank you for moving these nominees today. I will just say I had the privilege of working with Olufemi at the Office of Tax and Revenue when I was at the Office of the Attorney General, and always found him to be extremely well prepared and fair and thorough. And so I am enthusiastic to see him on RPTAC, and I know he'll do a great job. And for our other nominees for DCHA, I'll just say I plan to support both of your nominations today. And in the last couple of months, there has, of course, been focused attention on DCHA and the much needed additional oversight and conversations to make sure that DCHA is running smoothly and ethically and absent conflict of interest. And so I look forward to building a partnership with these two nominees as we all work for our shared goal of ensuring that DCHA is run as it should be and run well on behalf of our public housing and the many residents who live in those units. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I'll turn to Councilmember Silverman for your remarks.
Yes, thank you and good afternoon to you, Chairwoman Bonds and Councilmember Pinto and everyone watching. Councilmember Bonds, you can probably predict what I'm going to say, which is DCHA is one of the most important boards we have in this city because of its mission, which is to house our low-income working families. And we certainly face an housing affordability crisis in this city, and DCHA is so important to us making sure that there's safe, affordable housing for our low-income residents. So I want to thank you first, include my remarks as thanks. Let me restart here, Councilmember Bonds. Let me join with Councilmember Pinto in thanking you for moving these nominees quickly to markup. As Councilmember Pinto said, DCHA has been in the news a lot lately, and we want to have it in the news for the right reasons, that it's housing our low-income families and meeting the needs of our city, not for ethical lapses and other things. So I listened closely to both Ms. Harris and Ms. Lee, and I will be voting yes. Let me just talk for a moment about why. One of the things I emphasize is that the DCHA commissioners need to really be an independent voice and monitor DCHA's legal obligations, truly review agency finances and proposed contracts, ask hard questions, and watch out for conflicts of interest. And I think both nominees did prove that they are up for the task. Let me first talk about Ms. Harris. Ms. Harris's testimony and our exchange especially showed me that she both digs for details, and as somebody who used a DCHA program to buy her home, told us in detail that she is somebody who knows how to navigate through bureaucracy and knows the importance of policies that will not displace our residents. She spoke about her experience as a resident in one of the DCHA properties in Shaw. So I'm excited to vote for her because I think she understands the importance of DCHA. She herself has had to deal with some of the bureaucracy that discourages people from getting the housing they need. And I think she is somebody who is going to be an independent voice who will ask the right questions. Let me talk about Ms. Lee. Ms. Lee certainly has a lot of financial experience that I think will be valuable to the board. DCHA needs to mind its money and its assets so that they can ensure that our low-income residents have a safe, stable home. My biggest hope for Ms. Lee is that she maintains a firm wall between the responsibility of a commissioner and the desires of those seeking her time and influence. For too long, DCHA's assets have been misused to displace people instead of house them, or to make those who partner with DCHA a little more, they get a little more benefit than the residents. Let me put it that way. So I do think Ms. Lee has proven that she will be an independent voice. She will be a good financial steward, and she will meet the obligations of being a good board commissioner. So even if that goes against friends and business associates. So thank you very much, Councilmember Bonds. Sorry that I'm stumbling a little bit today. My apologies, but I am a yes vote for all three nominees, even though I'm only speaking to two of them. Thank you.
Thank you very much for both of your comments. And I think our committee and certainly the council is very anxious that the Housing Authority be moving forward and put on a smoother path to success for the residents. I won't go into detail as you did, Councilmember Silverman, and to some degree, Councilmember Pinto, but I share your sentiments, and I certainly am looking forward to this revival of what we can accomplish through the Housing Authority. And the board is an integral part of it. And so I'm delighted to bring forward this question to the committee at this time. And that is, I'm moving the committee report in print for PR 24-443 and PR 24-481 and PR 24-416 in block, with leave for staff to make technical changes. All those in favor, would you signify with the sign of aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, we can report a unanimous vote on this measure. And so that you have the rest of the day to get ready for tomorrow, this concludes today's roundtable. And I thank you both so very much. And I thank the staff. And more importantly, I thank the sterling nominees that we will report out and to the full council. Thank you all so very much. The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Anita.